Hey, you! Before you watch this, pause the video and subscribe to SemiPro right now.
What's going on YouTube? Ryan back again with another video. Today, we're switching things up a little bit. As you can see, my face will now be in videos along with this hat and this green screen that probably looks a little bit blue to you right now. The reason for the switch is that we're just tired of giving the NFL money for taking their highlights. The NFL makes billions of dollars a year, and I can barely afford rent and ramen noodles. I'm sure that they'll be fine without it. And hey, maybe now they can pay some of their other employees. Like this guy. Scott's still taking a few days to set up, and keep in mind we are new to this, so bear with us while we get our bearings with this new format, but I thought it was only right that I kick off the new style of videos with a brand new series, and that is the preseason predictions for every NFL team. And there's no better team to start with than the dynasty of the last 2 decades, the evil empire that is the New England Patriots. Everyone knows what the Patriots lost during the offseason, or at least one guy, and that's Tom Brady. He's in Tampa Bay, and the offense is definitely going to take a hit because of his departure. The offensive unit was already suffering even with the greatest quarterback of all time behind it. And if you think that the additions of rookie Dalton Keene and Devin Asiasi, as well as Damiere Byrd and Marquise Lee are going to move the needle, then I'm sorry, you're wrong. And I wouldn't put my money on 34-year-old Julian Edelman, Mohamed Sanu, or N'Keal Harry to take that jump either. To top it off, the offensive line took a decline in 2019 without Trent Brown and was around league average. And with a brand new quarterback, I don't know if average is going to cut it. Granted, they did have to deal with some injuries last year and they could bounce back, and Sony Michel and James White should help out taking the pressure off of Stidham, but the offensive core around him is just below average. The defensive side of the ball is where it seems the Patriots are bulletproof. They had one of the best defenses in the league last year. They ranked number 1 in yards allowed and 2nd in turnovers, and that has a lot to do with the secondary. The cornerback quartet of Stephon Gilmore, Jason McCourty, J.C. Jackson, and Jonathan Jones is without a doubt the best in football, and with Joejuan Williams potentially stepping up, this team is set at corner for a while. And with the addition of second-round rookie Kyle Duggar alongside Devin McCourty and Patrick Chung, this is without a doubt the best secondary in all of football. The problem with the defense that doesn't get mentioned is the front 7. They lost Jamie Collins, Kyle Van Noy, and Danny Shelton during the offseason, and they really didn't do much to replace that production. They still have productivity in the form of Dante Hightower, John Simon, Lawrence Guy, and Chase Winovich, but they lack the depth of last season, and I don't think that rookies Josh Uche or Anthony Jennings are going to cut it, at least in their first year in the league. Getting into the schedule, I think that the Pats are going to struggle, especially out of the gate. I don't think a lot of the matchups are favorable to them, especially with a first-place schedule, and the home versus road matchup situation isn't great either. Through the first 9 weeks of the season, I could see them going 2-6 with wins over the Dolphins in week 1, as New England North would defeat New England South, but the beginning of their schedule is just absolutely brutal. 7 of their first 9 teams that they face, I think, are going to make the playoffs, and they have to travel to Seattle, Kansas City, Buffalo, and New York. I do think they get an upset win over the Ravens in week 10 to start a 3-game winning streak versus Houston and Arizona to put them at 4-6 on the season with an outside chance of making a run at the playoffs, but then a 3-game stretch against 2 of the LA teams on the road, including a Thursday night matchup in that stretch, as well as having to travel to Miami where they aren't historically good, is going to be the downfall of them. I do think to close out the season, they'll get wins against the Bills and the Jets, evening out the season series between those divisional matchups. I have them finishing the season at a respectable 7-9. I don't want to doubt Bill Belichick and the Patriots coaching staff, and them along with the secondary are really the only 2 reasons why I have New England anywhere near 500. I think they could finish anywhere between 5 and 9 wins and still wouldn't be too shocked if they made the playoffs, but I just don't see it being the most realistic option for them. Let us know what you think of the new setup. Tell us how we can improve in the comments down below, or maybe just call us ugly or tell me that I sound like Jonah Hill. We really don't care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.